Last weekend I went on my first picnic of the spring season. My friends know that I love a good picnic. Ever since I was a small child, I've loved going outside with a picnic blanket, some snacks, and a good book, or some paint or a sketchbook, and just having some quiet time in nature, enjoying the fresh air. I bought these reusable silverware containers when I went to on our honeymoon almost 6 years ago now, and I use them ever since. I have one for Matthew, one for myself. There's a fork, a knife, and a spoon in there, and they fold up really small in the little carrying case. So Matthew is fixing the solar pump at the forest today at the park. I just ran back to the car to get more supplies. It is so breezy, but it's beautiful out. And it's warm in the sun, and as long as you're walking. But I'm taking my first picnic of the spring season today, and it feels so good. While Matthew repaired the garden pump behind the viewing blind here, I sat down in the picnic and got to catch up on some reading. It's been so busy lately, so this stolen moment felt so good. I made us some salads. I packed all the picnic goodies, from a salad to blueberries, crackers with some cheese, some vegetables, and of course some fruit and nuts. It just felt like one of those picky kind of food days where you just want a snack. Then it was time to finally weed out this garden bed and get all my garden beds ready for spring planting in May. I'm still waiting to plant, but I wanted to get all the soil prepared and remove all these weeds that started to grow in. Last year. I want to make sure I get all of it up and throw that out. So I'm pulling up all the weeds and I'm finding this white stuff. I don't know if it's a mold, if something's growing in there, or if something is living in there. I have no idea what this stuff is. So it's all deweeded, but I have to figure out what this fungus is. So good news, I found out that the white mold is natural. It's organic material broken down, especially if it's underneath the dark soil and it's white at the bottom, and it's found a lot in organic soil. And so I could kind of kill some of it off. They said it's harmless for plants and humans, but to kill it off, you kind of want to dry it out. So I'm going to use this soil tiller here and get my garden beds a bit tilled up, and then I think I'm going to get some new soil soon. So everything is tilled, and yeah, so the garden's tilled. I'm gonna put some fungicide in there, then I'll till it again, let it dry really well, then I'll put in new soil before I plant everything. But I can't plant yet, it's still too early, and I think I'm glad we finished that because it's about to rain. But I think we're gonna plant some wildflower seeds in the yard. Matthew's tilling the land now so we could plant the seeds. So I have have one lone strawberry returning. And look at these, you guys. These are, I planted these last year. They're Brussels sprouts, and they did not make it last year at all. And they somehow survived the winter, and so I think I'm gonna like trim them up and see what happens. While I prepared the garden beds, Matthew made this strip of land here. He was tilling it to plant some wildflower seeds.
Past the line.
We went to Home Depot to get some supplies, so I actually picked up some more wildflower seeds to plant in the meadow beside the cottage. We also priced out some lumber for a very special greenhouse project we have coming up soon. When we got back to the cottage, I planted some mint in a pot by the front porch, and I did some more seeds too for basil and lemon balm. The rainy weather came in and I was feeling motivated from all that time spent outside, so it was time to start on the kitchen, beginning with the kitchen sink. I use these bamboo dish brushes, and so I replaced the top because it's been a while, so I needed a fresh one, and I got to scrubbing. Once the dishes were done, I worked on scrubbing the sink. I did feel a lot of shame and embarrassment with how cluttered our kitchen counters have gotten. The kitchen's just been a sad state, but of course it's kind of reflecting everything that's going on in my life right now, and so I'm trying to have some compassion for myself and just take care of it as I can. When life is busy and cluttered, everything else around you starts emulating what's going on in your mind. Baking soda and vinegar, or baking soda and hydrogen peroxide, items that you probably have in your kitchen cabinet already or your bathroom cabinet, work wonders when cleaning porcelain, especially getting yellow stains that happen in these porcelain sinks. I love this farmhouse sink, but it stains almost every time we do dishes. use cleaning rags to do any of my cleaning instead of paper towels, but these reusable paper towels are something else. I really like them. They're made with vegetable cellulose, so they're sustainable and they last a very long time and clean so well. The best part is that if they get dirty, you just rinse them off, which is much easier to do with these than it is with a rag. If you've ever tried rinsing off a cleaning rag that you've been scrubbing with, it just fills up with all the water. It's hard to get out, and all the stains too. I had this pantry basket in our storage downstairs in that little kitchen area they have in the basement. I bought it years ago when we lived in Maryland, and it was in our tiny kitchen helping us keep track, but we actually don't have a pantry here. We have a little tiny one to the left of the refrigerator, if you could see it there, but it's very narrow, and so all the snacks end up all over the counter. I do need a better solution for this, and of course you see all this cleaning supplies are piled up too. So much stuff is getting on our counters, and it's just we've been so busy, so things get put down and not put away. It was time to make a change and tackle this clutter. Much better. It's not a solution, but it works for now. We've been cleaning this little side room. Matt's putting his tools in here to make a workstation, and the kayaks are now in the garage. We're hoping to hang them up soon. But yeah, it's starting to come together in here at least. I'm cleaning my life. That might sound a little dramatic, but it feels very true. My mind is cluttered with work and with things that have been going on with the studio. I think I filled you in that I'm no longer sharing the space with the photographer. So a lot's been going on. So this morning I cleaned the refrigerator, deep cleaned it first thing. I planted the blueberries I had that are overdue for planting. I needed to pop them much earlier. We were gonna do the greenhouse this weekend, but it's a little too rainy today, and we're gonna build a platform for it. So hopefully next weekend. We cleaned a little bit downstairs here in the little side room, and then in the garage. I cleaned off the counters, did a lot of dishes, scrubbed the porcelain. The water here has a lot of minerals and it stains the white porcelain, so I deep cleaned the porcelain sinks in the kitchen and the bathroom. We changed the filter in the shower. I scrubbed down the stove, the oven, and I got the countertop in one corner clean. All the snacks that have been piling up in one corner because we don't have a pantry. I put them in the old little pantry basket that I had from many years ago. We still had it down in the basement, so yeah, it feels good to get a little bit done. I'm hoping to finish the kitchen this week, and honestly, sharing it in a YouTube video is kind of like that accountability when you have a friend that comes over and you know that you have guests, and so you speed clean and you go through, and that's kind of how I feel. It's keeping me accountable and giving me a reason, because I've just been so busy and overwhelmed that it's been hard. So I have been also trying to balance it with getting work done for my photography business, work done for work that has been filling most of my time, and also trying to give myself rest, like spiritual rest, emotional rest, physical rest, rest in so many ways. So I think I'm going to, because I've been cleaning all day, I think I am going to go and watch a movie, maybe Anne of Green Gables or something fun, the 1980s version that I love with, what's it, Megan Fellows, or is it Morgan Fellows? But yeah, what a day, what a weekend. If you've been following along, you might know that I set up a little greenhouse near our dining room back in February. I will be actually setting up the big greenhouse that I purchased. It's about almost 5 feet by 5 feet. We're going to do it this weekend, and we're building a special a little special addition to the greenhouse is all I'm gonna say. So that's gonna be in my next spring cleaning video. I'm only doing one more spring cleaning video, and that's, you know, spring cleaning the garden, getting our garden ready, and finishing up the kitchen. I hope that you'll come back and join me in about a week or two when I share what we've done with the larger greenhouse, setting it up outside, and my final spring cleaning video. And then we're going to have beautiful spring adventures before summer arrives. Thank you for visiting Hill Top Cottage. I hope you have a lovely day.